Hello user, welcome to my channel. Today we will understand another branching statement, that is if. So we have to start practically. So first of all we have to click up our IDE, that is JCreator, and here I will, as usual, I will click new file. So here is if class 1 and select the location of this Java class file, that is always under Java folder, and press finish button. So I will put here comment a program for if statement. So here I will put the class name if class. Here is 1 curly braces open, and here main part, let me say main method, by public static void main string arg. In this I will print system.out.println a program for if statement. Okay, now we have to just compile it to see whether the message will print or not. We have to wait for it compilation process completed, and now run it. Now you can see a program for if statement has printed. Now we are going to just declare a variable with a name, that is int a equals to 10, same as I given animations. So here I will start this type structure first. So first of all we have to cover only if statement, that is there are 3 types of statement of further if statement, only if we have to use. So I will write here a is greater than 10. So here system.out.println, inside there I will type a is lesser than 10. Okay, and then new message system.out.println. Here I will type end of the program. Okay, so to make it better appearance, so I will just make it I will type some dotted, and now compile it. Process done, run it. Now you can see a program for if statement, end of program. So now you see this statement has skipped. Why? Because the condition false. A here is 10, not less than 10. So if I'll check, that is double equals to, in this case A should be true. I mean to say this condition should be true and this message will be print. So in this time the message should be okay. So here if I'll put here 1 and then message should be lesser than this one thing. Okay, so now here we are going to compile it and run it. Now you can see A is lesser than 10. Why? Because I have made the value of A is 10. Okay, so here you got two conditions. If the value is according to that particular condition, this message will print, otherwise is skipped and automatically print the end of program. Now let's come to the next practical, that is if and else. In above condition we don't know what is going on. I am to say, is there any test condition going there or not? If the condition is false, we do not get the answer. So we have to do one thing again, if and then else. In this condition, whether the condition will be true or false, it will print the message. At least I am to say, it will show you the information to user whether the condition true, whether the condition was false or true. So I will just print it out. Condition was false. Okay, in this system.out.println condition true. Okay, now you can see A here is 1 and as per according to that condition will be true, and it will print the first statement and it will skip the else bracket statement. So now we have to compile it, and here by mistake I have written the println, and now compile it again and process completed. Now you can see a program for if statement, condition is true, end of the program. So it means our this condition, I am to say true, and it has executed, and this was, I must say, skipped. So now if I'll just do one thing, I will do the value here is 10. Now you can see as per according to this, it should print the else part and it will skip the if condition part. So we have to compile it and then run it. Now you can see condition was false is printed. Why? Because the first condition was false. Now we have to come to the third condition, that is third part of that is if, else if and else. Okay, so this is usually used whenever we want to just test same variable multiple time. If any condition true, other condition will be false. It is also known as else if ladder. So here if, else if also contain the condition, whereas else do not contain any condition. So I will put here simple value that A bigger than 10, here is A lesser than 10. So my message will be simple. I will copy from here, it will be better for me to save the time. So I will copy the data from here and I will change the message after that. So here I will type A is 10, here is A is lesser than 10, here I will type A is bigger than 10. Okay, now we have to just compile it in this process you can see A has come from there and A is checked to this condition. If it is false, it controls will transfer to else if, and else if will check the condition whether it is true or not. If it is also false, the last one will hold and it will print the message. In this condition, the value of A can be either more than 10 or less than 10 or equal to 10. So we have compiled and now we have to check it. Here you can see a program for if A is 10. Why? Because I have make here A is 10. You can see here. Okay. If I will just make the A 11, so here should be printed the A is less than 10. So you can see that A is lesser than 10, and if I will type here 11, so compile it, wait for output, and now you have to just see A is greater than 10. That means whatever the value we have put initialize of A, you can see it automatically compare these conditions, and as per according to the condition it will fit its message and it will show us output. So thank you and have a nice day.